Lokesh, you need to block some of those calls that are in the middle.
I don't know. I had to moderate, so.
So it looks like there is a person, Vijay Rashan, who is probably talking the background noise.
Yeah, I think she closed off. So, మీరు చూడండి, you're a co-host కదా, you can able to close it off, everybody. Okay. Good morning. Thank you so much for coming. Actually, for evening, good evening for you, for City City Community, Andhra Pradesh. Thank you so much for giving us opportunity to share COVID information to all the City City community. Thank you for participating, Foxconn, Flex, Kellogg's. I'm from Battle Creek, Michigan, Kellogg's headquarters here. I've been here for 30 years. Isuzu, Colgate, Cadbury Chocolate, Alstom, Denelli, Tata Smart Foods. And we are having honor of Madam Udayalakshmi Madam, Principal Secretary, Labor, Employment, Training, Factories Department, give us introductory remarks. Madam, unmute చేయండి. Sorry, unmute చేయండి. Madam, unmute ఒకసారి చేయండి. Yeah, go ahead. Still ఉందండి, ఒకసారి చేయండి. Yes, madam.
Am I audible, doctor?
Yes, madam. Go ahead.
Good morning to the doctors who are residing in America, and good evening to all my friends who are attending from India. This is a very good conference. In fact, we are Zoom conference regarding the COVID-19. About me, I would like to introduce. I am Mrs. Udayalakshmi, Principal Secretary to Government of Andhra Pradesh, looking after Labor Department, Factories Department, Boilers, Employment Training, and ESI departments also. This program is arranged for the benefit of most of the officers, staff, and workmen who are working with the various industrial establishments located in the state of Andhra Pradesh in coordination with the Caring Hearts of America. The Caring Hearts is an NGO organization which is having so many doctors who are non-resident Indians. They wanted to do something to the mother country, to their native state. That's why all the pulmonologists who are living in America, they have come forward to create some awareness on this particular program to our employees who are working in our establishments. So I thought, why not I make use of this benefit? That's why this program is arranged. Precisely to say, doctors, I would like to introduce you about Sri City. You may be aware of Sri City. It's a industrial SEZ located very close to Chennai, but it is in Andhra Pradesh state. And today they are having more than 100 plus companies. 102 companies are there. Around 60,000 employees are working in Sri City. So I thought, why not we create some awareness to the officers of the Sri City. I think today some of the HR personnel and their supervisory level staff from 10 to 12 factories like Foxconn, Cadbury's India, Colgate Palmolive, Isuzu, and Kellogg's India, etc. are participating. You may be aware that most of these companies are multinational companies. If you are from Europe origin, and if you are from Asia Pacific origin, and a few companies are from US based companies, and our people are working there. But my concern today is when everybody says that the COVID has started way back in the month of March itself, why the awareness today? I would like to answer to all our friends. The symptomatic trends of COVID are changing day by day, and the cases of COVID are also increasing day by day. And especially at workplaces, people are facing so many problems because many of the companies are coming and requesting me these days to give permission to lay off their companies. When I was asking them why you want to go for layoff, They were saying that my critical staff are infected with COVID and they were not able to attend. The production has stopped and the material is also not reaching. Likewise, they are explaining so many things. In this process, I would like to tell you that if anybody is infected with COVID, it is not only his family which is getting affected. It is not only his company which is getting affected. It is not only our country or the concerned people who are getting affected. Everybody is affected. The economy is collapsing. The people are losing jobs. So it would be better. Prevention is better than cure. That's why I request all of you that the doctors who are having a lot of expertise in this particular area and who are following the trend of this COVID for the last 8 months are here to explain to us about this COVID-19 situation prevailing all over the world because it is a pandemic. And I request our industrial establishments, their officers, their staff, and everybody, please make use of this conference. Now I would like to hand over the mic to the doctors. Thank you, doctors, for giving me this opportunity, and thank you, the staff and all other officers. Thank you.
Thank you, Vadilakshmi Madam. Thank you for addressing the webinar. Appreciate it. Next, we'll go to Dr. Raman Kumar Sir, IPS, is a retired Inspector General of Police, Government of Andhra Pradesh, and is presently State Information Commissioner, Government of Andhra Pradesh, and he will address us about preventive measures of COVID. Sir, run me.
Dr. Lokesh Garu, your voice is very low. Please.
Oh, okay, madam. Can you hear me? Yeah. Go ahead, Raman Kumar Gar, sir.
Very good morning to the doctors of USA, and good evening to the Indian doctors and all the participants of 3CT companies. I'm very happy to interact with all of you. As a precautionary measure, first of all, all of us have to.
Raman Kumar Garu, you're getting the resound because of the two instruments, I think. We cannot hear you, sir.
Unmute change. Sir, unmute change, sir. Good. Go ahead, sir.
Good morning to all the American doctors, and good evening to the Indian doctors and all the participants, companies of 3CT. To tell about this precautionary measures on the corona, what we have observed is that there is a trend among all of us that a casual approach has started. Most of us are thinking that, okay, only one among the 100 corona positive cases, they have the seriousness, they have the life threat. So we are not in that 1%. So likewise, some casual approach has come. So what I suggest to everybody is that we should take it very seriously, that we should think that we have the corona, and with that sincerity we have to take all the precautions. Suppose if in a family, if one is infected, so remaining group people should take all the precautions, because they happen to be the primary contacts, and also some our drivers, the office boys, they will become the secondary contacts. So all of us should contact the doctor and take medicines and take all precautions. And as you know that it's a fundamental thing that we all have to use the masks. Mask, preferably a cloth mask, and every day it has to be washed. Then maintaining the distance, we should never forget about. These are all the fundamental things. and also frequently wash the hands. In this regard, in the workplaces, in the companies and factories, it is better to provide as many wash basins as possible at every reach, so that all the staff and workers will wash their hands frequently, and also use the sanitizers wherever it is necessary. Then always better to carry a sanitizer along with us. Then instead of using the cloth kerchief along with us, it is always preferable to use these paper kerchiefs, that is tissue paper. Fill the tissue paper in our pockets, and whenever it is required, use it and throw it in the dustbin. So that is always better. Then coming to this one, this physical exercise, walking, yoga and meditation are the compulsory. It should be the part of our lifestyle these days. It should be made compulsory now. And nobody should think that I am strong and steady, I'm a young person, Corona will not come to us. We can't say like this. I know the one recent case, father and a son. Father is 72 years old and he has the Corona positive. He has the CABG also. That means his heart was open heart surgery took place. He has the sugar, and that son has admitted the father, 72-year-old father, in the hospital. After 5 days, he came out. This son, 44 years son, thought that it's okay for me, there is no need to join in the hospital, and he said there. Suddenly, a cytokine storm has started and it became so serious. So we all used our influence. We put a lot of pressure on the doctors and doctors took seriously. Somehow he survived. So I suggest to all the company workers, staff, and also the management, all the officers to take it very seriously, and we should not give any scope of our negligence and get affected with Corona. Then what I noticed is our lower staff, like office boys or some drivers or some people, they chew the pan and they'll just spit it out. Through that saliva, suppose nowadays the Corona, what happens is there are asymptomatic cases are also there. So in such case, suppose one has the Corona through the saliva, it may be infected with some other person who touches that one. So that is one risk factor is there. In the factories and companies, we have to take them. Then in the dining halls also, while taking the dinner, a distance has to be made. Then the canteen staff has to be sensitized. So after this Zoom meeting is over, I request all the participants of the management and the company staff to create awareness again among your people, especially the canteen staff, the workers, office boys, drivers, and all these people. So that is my suggestion. Then always use the warm water, drinking water, warm water. Then it is always better to gargle salt water every day, morning and evening. Suppose if one has any BP or any other health issues, then it is not advisable. In such case, it is better to use the betadine solution. Just keep some 5 ml of betadine in the mouth, gargle it and spit it out, and wash the mouth with water. So that is always better. Then steam inhalation is most important thing. Everybody, every one of us has to go for the steam inhalation. It is always protect us from the Corona infection. Then another most important thing is that in the factories or companies, in the workplaces or in the families, we exchange the cell phones or we exchange the gadgets, such things. Please take it very seriously. Suppose if you want to give it, don't give it, that cell phone. Make it loud. switch on the speaker, then let the other person talk. But don't exchange the cell phones and other electronic gadgets like this. Then I suggest that in every family, one should have one pulse oximeter, one glucometer, one BP checking apparatus, and one infrared thermometer. So some people may argue with us, saying that no, we have no BP, we have no sugar. Why should we have? See, it is always better. No? It is even after Corona also. It is useful to us, to our parents or grandparents. It is always preferable to keep one with us. And some fever, immediate checkup with the thermal scanner, infrared thermal scanner, and all. Don't keep the thermal scanner on the face, on the front side. Keep it on the hand only, and check the temperature. That is always better.
Thank you, Raman.
Then pulse oximeter. Put it on the middle finger of the hand. Leave for about 1 hour. And just walk for some time. Sorry, not 1 hour. 1 minute. Walk for a while. After 1 minute, just check the oxygen level. So if it should not be below 93. If it is below 93, then immediately contact the doctor and take all the precautions.
Raman Kumar garu, thanks. Thank you, Andy.
So thank you very much. These are the most important things. And another thing is that of course, Prabhakar Reddy garu will tell about HRCT scan.
Other one covers.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I want to add one thing. Preventive measures of Raman Kumar garu. There is a study done. Tyson Chicken Factory. There is they tested 3,000 people. Everybody they tested, 13% are positive, and all of them positive. 95% have no symptoms. So in Siri City, if they wear the mask, the mandatory mask. I know Siri City, every employees are wearing mask. So the advantage of wearing mask at workplace, 95% are asymptomatic. So they have very, very mild disease. I want to add that point to Raman Kumar garu's preventive measure. Next, we will go to the Dr. Chandrasekhar, Chandrasekhar garu. He's a board certified internal medicine in private practice. He treats a lot of COVID patients in Athens, Alabama. He will present regarding the COVID different presentation. Thank you, Chandrasekhar.
Thank you, Dr. Lokesh Garu and Raman Kumar Garu, and thank you for this opportunity, and best wishes to all the participants. So I'll be very quickly, and I want to say a couple of things about two things. One is about the home care for the COVID patients, and then the other aspect is how the COVID can present. The symptoms of the COVID. So when when the pandemic started, we were interacting with some of the people, some of the friends and the contacts in India undergoing the COVID treatment. So while we were treating them, we have noticed that these people staying at home have intense anxiety. They are under stress because of the health situation, financial situation, and the toll it can take on the family and the finances. So during this time, we have and after noticing this, we thought that we can start a small organization in India to support these people that are undergoing treatment at home. So hold on, please. So there is an article in Lancet in August that says that home care can be provided for most of the people at home, people with mild and moderate disease. So here, what we are talking about in the times of pandemic, all of us can come together and take care of the society. And what we need is these low-tech solutions, like Raman Kumar has mentioned, the masks, the societal part, and more importantly, the societal participation in caring for these vulnerable people. So the societal participation involves not just the government, not just the doctors and the nurses and healthcare people. All of us can become part of this this effort in taking care of the people in pandemic times. So everyone I have noticed interacting with people in India and here on a daily basis, and this pandemic is at least giving us some positive result where people are becoming aware of the healthcare and they are trying to, for example, people are learning how to check the oxygen saturations, blood pressure, and the temperature at home. See, all of us can become warriors in this battle, help each other, and help the suffering people. So for this, there is no, we just the technology is not just the answer, and more importantly, we have the people in India that are we're all together. We all can work and fight this disease. So in that context, we have started this Caring Hearts organization in based in Andhra Pradesh, and we have a helpline. People can access this line and get some telemedicine consultations on a daily basis, and this is free of charge. So Dr. Lokesh Garu has mentioned, see the asymptomatic, how COVID can present, and there is an estimate that about 30 to 40% of the people can present without any symptoms. That means they can test positive, they may not have any symptoms. Initially, they are asymptomatic, and at the time of diagnosis, but at some point in the next several days, they can become symptomatic. But majority of them can remain asymptomatic with a positive test. These individuals do not require any treatment, and they can even develop some kind of immunity to a certain extent, in certain percentage of people. So the common symptoms, and most of us may be already familiar with this. The most common presentation is the fever and the cough, shortness of breath, and other things like fatigue, muscle aches, headaches, loss of sensation of taste and smell, sore throat, nasal congestion, diarrhea, and vomiting. So out of these things, the most important thing is the shortness of breath and the fever. So initially when they present, about half of them have the fever. About 5 out of 10 people have the fever, but at the end of 7 or 8 days, most of them have fever. About 90% of them will have the fever. So see, these after exposure, it takes about 5 days it takes about 5 days for the symptoms to develop. So this is called incubation period, or some of them are called pre-symptomatic period. So during that time, they can transmit the infection during the incubation period. So the symptoms usually last for about 5 to 7 days after the onset of symptoms. And the important thing for us to know is first few days, the patients may feel that they are doing okay, they're doing well, they don't have much symptoms, they don't, their oxygen levels drop, and after 5 days, after 6 or 7 days, they start having more symptoms. They start having crisis. They get into this what they call inflammatory phase, and cytokine storm, where they can have more shortness of breath, fever. So these symptoms have to be watched during the second week more carefully. So that's one thing that I want to emphasize. The symptoms, even the oxygen levels are low, individual may feel well, but they may crash very quickly after 1 or 2 days. So the severity of the disease is mild, severe, and critical disease. And so mild or no symptoms, they can stay home. About 80% of the people have these symptoms. They do not require any treatment. They do not require much treatment. And the most of the deaths occur in these critical disease people, critical disease group. The fatality rate is about 2 to 3%. Looking at various studies. So the who gets more severe disease? People who are elderly, above 65 years of age, people with cardiovascular disease, diabetes, hypertension, chronic lung disease, cancers, chronic kidney disease, overweight people, and smokers. These are the people that can get the severe illness. So if they have these symptoms, if they have these conditions already, we want to be more vigilant in this group. So the events, the goal is to, they treat them at home, early intervention, prevent them to hospitalize.
1 minute.
To prevent the hospitalization. Once they go into the hospital, the mortality rate goes up. That means they're more severe. About a third of them die, and if they go on the ventilator, more than half of them, they die of the disease. So these are the emergency symptoms, emergency signs that we need to be aware of. Trouble breathing, persistent chest pain, confusion, neurological weakness, meaning they are not able to move their arms and legs, and lethargy, they're not able to wake up, stay awake, focus, and the blue color of the lips and face. When people have these symptoms, they need to seek their medical care emergently. So I think with this, I will conclude. Thank you for this opportunity. And
thank you, Chandrasekhar garu. So sum up, excellent presentation, sir. So second week, రెండో వారం కోవిడ్ వచ్చినప్పుడు చాలా డేంజరస్ అండి. రెండో వారం ఫీవర్ కానీ సెకండ్ ఫీవర్, రెండో వారంలో ఫీవరు, ఈవెన్ ఆక్సిజన్లో అయినా చాలా ట్రీట్ చేయొచ్చు. మేల్ ఆర్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. నెక్స్ట్ స్పీకర్ ఐ విల్ గో టు డాక్టర్ సి ప్రభాకర్ రెడ్డి గారు. హీఈస్ అ ప్రొఫెసర్ అండ్ కార్డియోవాస్కులర్ థొరాసిక్ సర్జరీ, డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ కర్నూలు మెడికల్ కాలేజ్, స్పెషల్ ఆఫీసర్, స్టేట్ కోవిడ్ కమాండ్ కంట్రోల్. మీరు చాలా తన పోస్టర్ చూస్తుంటారు సార్. గో హెడ్ సార్ ప్రభాకర్ రెడ్డి గారు. Five minutes. ప్రభాకర్ రెడ్డి గారు వాయిస్ అన్మ్యూట్ చేస్తారు. ఉన్నారు. ప్రభాకర్ రెడ్డి గారు అన్మ్యూట్ చేయండి సార్. అన్మ్యూట్ చేయండి సార్ ప్రభాకర్ రెడ్డి గారు. అన్మ్యూట్ చేయండి. ప్రభాకర్ రెడ్డి గారు అన్మ్యూట్ చేయండి సార్. హలో. ప్రభాకర్ రెడ్డి గారు ఉన్నారు. తను అన్మ్యూట్ చేశాను. లక్ష్మి గారు, ప్రభాకర్ రెడ్డి గారు. Only 46 people. I think he disconnected అనుకుంటాను. Then we can move to sir, CL Venkataraw garu, can you talk? Then we'll go back to unmute చేయండి.
సార్ వచ్చింది సార్.
వచ్చిందా మీరు? Oh yeah. Go ahead sir. Go ahead sir ప్రభాకర్ రెడ్డి గారు. Yes.
Good evening. I am Dr. Prabhakar Reddy, Special Officer for COVID Control Room. Our Chief Minister aim is nobody should be deprived of any beds and everybody should get a bed. And we are not bothered about the whatever the cost. So everybody should get a bed. That is our Health Minister ambition. These are the team of secretaries. They are working on the COVID, and you see there are a lot of tests we are doing. Around 45 to 50 lakh tests was done, and around 5,500 deaths has happened. This is the corona is going in our state. But in spite of a lot of tests we are doing, lot of positives, our fatality rate is very less, only 0.86. So in the whole India, only Maharashtra is doing more tests, and next is AP. In spite of that, our fatality rate is very less. And our success is we are tracing the contacts and we are testing them and we are treating with utmost care in the COVID care centers and district hospitals and state COVID hospitals. So we first depend on the scientific evidence that everybody should wear mask. So the normal people should wear the cloth mask, and hospital people, police, and all industries people should wear the surgical masks. Those who are more than 60, surgical mask is mandatory. N95 masks only ICU people should wear, and valves mask should not be worn by anybody. That was discontinued. Not only wearing the mask, we have to talk. We should take certain precautions. So we should not pull the mask below, or we should not cotton mask. We should every day we have to clean the cotton mask. So children should not touch the cotton mask. That are the important measures. And sanitizer, don't depend much on the sanitizer if it is not available. So because most of the duplicate sanitizers are available now, most of the times if soap is available, soap is the best thing, and industry soap is the best thing, because any grease or anything or dirty hands, that will be easily washed with the soap. So ethyl alcohol cannot manage all this. Soap is the best sanitizer. And physical distancing is very important. Sometimes it is not possible to maintain physical distance in the industries, but as far as possible, we have to maintain the physical distance also. And most of the people in the home care or before getting the corona, they will misguided by the lot of the medical information by unspecified WhatsApps that CT scan. They have to take a CT scan. So don't go for a CT scan, because CT scan is only shadows. It will tell whether corona is there or not. It is not a good thing. We have to go for a only RT-PCR test. Even though CT scan, RT-PCR will decide that swab test before CT scan will diagnose the corona. So even you done a CT scan, you have to take swab test. So 2 times money is waste, and CT scan is not a solution for this in the pandemic, and it is very costly affair. And more than that, if you take more CT scans, each time CT scan you will be exposed to the 100 to 200 X-rays, and it is a you will get a future cancers in the future. And also, if you go to the scan center where sterilization is not properly maintained, you will get a new COVID there. So, and if you get a positive, if you get a negative in the CT scan, you will neglect that you are having a COVID. But if you have contacted in the next 2 to 3 days, it is not possible each day you will go for a CT scan. So you will get a severe trouble. So don't go for a unrealistic expectation and go for a CT scan. Don't undergo CT scan. Go for. And if you get a swab test, if you got a positive, what is the home care you can take? Or if you are afraid you have not taken a CT scan or swab test and you are having the symptoms, you are afraid to go for a swab test, or you have taken a CT scan but you don't want to admit, or if you have a positive result and if you don't go to a quarantine center, then a household remedy is a 300 rupees medicines for 10 days will solve this corona treatment. There is no need for 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 20 lakhs treatment. Just 300 rupees will solve this problem. 90% of the people, there is no need for hospital administration by taking these 300 rupees medicines as early as possible after development of the symptoms. So in this, a steroid was prescribed tablet Visanol or Omnicortil. That is at 20 mg 8 am and 8 pm 2 times for 10 days. After that, you can straight away stop it. So this will prevent the cytokine storm. So virus is not killing the patient. Our own cytokine storm means our own hormones which are released at the time of the fighting with the virus. Certain products are released. That products are causing the damage. So these are the 300 rupees medicines: Vizolone, Pantop, Magnesium, Bicomplex, Doxy, Cetirizine syrup. So these 300 medicines for 10 days will solve the treatment. So whoever you have to take, I have told these things. So these other states also implementing this. Pondicherry also implementing this treatment. So this is the most effective treatment. Don't go for a CT scan. You check pulse oximeter with the saturation. If it is 93%, you call to 104 and admit. So you can take whatever the food you can take more water, move in the house, don't do excessive exercise, sleep adequately for 8 hours, you relax. So you have to measure the oxygen saturation, that is very important. So what are the people more risk? I already told: diabetes, hypertension and obesity, asthma, 60 years, cancer and immunosuppressant patient. These are the people. So obesity is a high risk factor. Recently, as in SPB, so 7 times is more risk factor in the obesity and smokers. So it is one other method is a reverse isolation. So in the house, if you are having a more than 60 years persons, you should isolate them and they should wear a mask. All persons in the house. That is an important reverse isolation. So some people in your faculty, they may having recovered from the COVID. They should also take precautions. Mild recovery, they will 2 weeks they can go to work, but moderate to severe they should take a 3 months rest. So if you are having any doubts, you can go to my Facebook page, Chinta Prabhakar. You can read it. Thank you, sir, for giving this opportunity.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ ప్రభాకర్ రెడ్డి గారు. సమ్మరీ ఏంటంటే తెలుగులో 300 రూపాయలకి ఇంట్లోనే ట్రీట్మెంట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, కానీ పెద్దవాళ్ళు అయితే మాత్రం సెకండ్ వీక్ వర్స్ట్ అయితే హాస్పిటల్లో ఇమీడియట్ కేర్ తీసుకోవాలండి. అది సమ్మరీ. నెక్స్ట్ స్పీకర్ డాక్టర్ సిఎల్ వెంకట్రావు గారు, ఎంఎస్ FRCS గ్యాస్ట్రోఎంట్రాలజీ ఇన్ హైదరాబాద్, treated hundreds of COVID patients and former member of Medical Council and ex-chairman of Swachh Bharat Mission, Government of Andhra Pradesh, and IMA President. Sir, Chakra garu. I'm sorry, CL Venkatrao garu. Prabhakar Reddy garu, share screen after. Okay. CL Venkatrao garu, can you unmute, sir? Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Swachha Namaskar to all the speakers,
5 minutes.
participants of various multinational companies. At the outset, I would like to thank profusely Madam Srimati Udayalakshmi Garu, Principal Secretary, Labor, Employment, Training, Factories, Boilers, Insurance Medical Services. This is the third program she is organizing for the benefit of the Labor Department. She wants all the factories and the department to run successfully with the least incidence of COVID. And I thank the speakers from USA through the Caring Hearts. Can I have the first slide, sir? I have the slides with you, Lokesh, sir. Can I have the first slide?
You send me the, I think, PDF format anukuntanu.
Yes, that will come on to slides only, sir.
No, you send me PDF. Go ahead. That's what I'll move on. This is the first slide.
Yeah. So ever since the government of India and the government of Andhra Pradesh permitted the medical professionals to start treating them at home, and I became part of the Caring Hearts, and so far I have treated about 1400 patients at home, and all of them are very happy. You can make a note of my numbers, that 9848055806. You're most welcome to contact me for any information or queries. And can I have the next slide, sir?
Sure.
More than the tests, high index of suspicion. If somebody in one family has got the disease COVID positive, others also are likely to get it. Similarly, a person died in one home or one house with COVID. The other members are at a very high risk. Similarly, in the office, if your own colleague or if a person, only one system, two people are handling, one person is positive, the others are likely to get it. So a high index of suspicion is more important. And the confirmatory test today is RT-PCR. A swab is taken from the nose and throat. The reliability of it is 70% only, and it takes about a day. Earlier, government of Andhra Pradesh used to take quite a few days. Now, within a day, they are able to give the report through a message to your cell phone. Slide, please. Now, ever since the USA started doing rapid antigen tests, earlier we were only depending on RT-PCR. Today, 80% of the tests in government is rapid antigen test. Again, it is done from the nose and throat. The reliability is only 40%. People, if you get a positive report in rapid antigen test, fine, it is positive. No need of further confirmation with RT-PCR. If it is negative rapid antigen test, it is desirable that you may have to go for RT-PCR as the reliability is only 40%. And in USA, people come to the testing centers and they sit in the car. The lab technician or the person comes there and takes the sample and they serve the report within 15 minutes. In India, it's private and government sector, they take about an hour for you to get the report. Next.
2 minutes. Okay.
This is there any role for an X-ray chest and CT scan? For the X-ray changes and CT scan changes, it takes quite a lot of time. It is not required. Only patients who get admitted in the hospital who are very serious and whose oxygen saturation is very less, there is a need for X-ray chest and CT scan. As Dr. Prabhakar Reddy has rightly said, unnecessary X-rays and CT scan, there is a high risk of cancer developing at a later date. Only these things have to be done with the suggestion and prescription of a qualified doctor. Slide, please.
1 minute. Go ahead.
This is antibody test. This antibody test is done by Government of India and state governments at random from people who have not suffered from disease. And this is done for sero surveillance to know how many people in the society are affected. So one need not go for this antibody test. Once you are cured, then there is no need for you to ask for antibody test, and it has got no relevance, and you don't have to interpret this test or you don't have to go this. Antibody test is done in the blood. RT-PCR and the rapid antigen test is done from the nose and throat. Slide, please. Earlier days, when we did not accumulate experience, after 14 days, the Indian Council of Medical Research and Government of India and state government used to ask for another test to ensure that the test is negative, then only they used to discharge. Today, we have found out that on 14th day, the lifespan of the virus is 14 days. On 14th day, you take it, the virus dies. So once it dies, there will be dead particles coming out. The test could be positive even though there is a dead virus after 14 days, 1 month, 2 months. So people are getting confused. That's why the government of India, ICMR, has said, don't do any tests. There's no need for testing either by RT-PCR or rapid antigen. After 14 days, the virus is dead. If these tests are positive still, that indicates you are getting some particles of RNA. That's why you are getting the test positive. One need not worry about the positivity after 14th day. Slide, please.
Sir, your time up, sir.
This is the last slide. And this is the home doctor. This is the one what every house should have, and even at workplace you should have this. above 95%, no admission required in the hospital, only home treatment is required. This is one you advocate every person to have at home. Slide please, last slide. This is, I thank the government of Andhra Pradesh, Indo-American Caring Hearts and the multinational companies for having arranged such a nice gathering to bring awareness about COVID. Thank you very much. Swachha Namaskar.
Namaskar, sir. Next speaker will be Dr. Suresh Anne. He started outpatient లో ఇంటి దగ్గర ట్రీట్మెంట్ అమెరికాలో 3 నెలల క్రితం మొదలు పెట్టారు. So he's University Michigan State University assistant professor at Flint campus, and he's also director of NRI Medical College. Dr. Suresh, take away 5 minutes, please. I'll pick the mic.
Yes, I do not have any slides or anything that I would like to talk, and basically what the other speakers mentioned before to make sure that it's what is to be done, what is not to be done. Again, I thank everybody for giving me this opportunity. I will take few minutes to explain. People are afraid of the virus. Okay, the virus is not the reason that people are dying. People are dying because of the complications of the body's response to the virus. So most of the doctors or most of the people are worried about virus, so they want to take care of the viral medications. Basically, they're trying to get all kind of medications, including remdesivir or Flaviflu, other medications, hydroxychloroquine, ivermectin, you name it. Anything that is coming into the market, they would like to. Not only that, even if the doctors are telling them not to take it, but it's a demand that we want to demand. There is something, some might be helpful. I want you to understand that killing the virus will not cause or will not relieve or will not prevent you from developing the second phase. So this disease is about mainly 2 phases. The first phase is virus. That takes before, as the speakers before mentioned, that takes about 4 or 5 days. Before you even get the symptoms, there are 3-4 days is gone. So by 7th day, most of the people will not have the virus in the body. After 7 days, you started having body is supposed to respond. It is responding to the virus somehow. This happens in about 20% of the people. Most of the 80% of the people will not have any problem. So those 20% of the people that the second time when they get the fever, cough, cold, anything, etc. So those are the risky. So when you get the fever initially because of the virus and it gets better, don't feel that, okay, you're done, you're doing good. You're not. That is the problem. Problem starts after 1 week. That is the time we're very responsible. Second spike of the fever is extremely important. So don't take it easy. Once you get, that's the reason everyone has to be isolated for at least 7 to 10 days, complete quarantine if you get an infection, because that's the time virus is in your body, which you can spread to everybody. At the same time, a symptomatic patient, which previous speakers mentioned before, asymptomatic people are the dangerous people too. They're the one that is spreading the virus around. So what are you doing in workplace whenever you suspicion, whenever you are exposed to a virus? So there is a tendency that you will be an asymptomatic person and spreading the virus around. So you need to think about these 2 things. One, everyone that you are facing or you are coming in contact has infection, has a virus infection. That's why you ask them to wear a mask. You want to keep them away from you. That's a dictum. That's universal for anybody. At the same time, you also feel like you have a virus. You feel everyone should think that I have the virus. It is my social responsibility to prevent this virus to spread. So that's why we have to wear the mask. So this is not 1 day issue. This is like every day for the next few weeks. So that's more important until the pandemic is over. Another issue that you should think about is this pandemic is not over. It takes at least another 2 or 3 years. So this is the precautions that 2 or 3 years until we declare that this pandemic is over. Okay. With these precautions, one should be really careful in the workplace. With this, I will stop about my talk. Then I'll be happy later on to address any questions.
So thank you so much, Suresh. So our goal is all 40,000 employees of City City, 40,000 plus. 40,000 మంది కోవిడ్ డాక్టర్లు కావాలి. 40,000 మందికి సిమ్టమ్స్ చూడాలి. యూ నీడ్ టు నో వ్యాధి లక్షణాలు కనుక్కోవాలి. 40,000 మంది ప్రభాకర్ రెడ్డి గారు చెప్పిన ప్రోటోకాల్ మెడిసిన్స్ ఆర్టీపీసీఆర్ పాజిటివ్ తీసుకోవాలి. 40,000 మంది మీకు పల్సాక్స్ 9020 హాస్పిటల్కి వెళ్ళాలి. మీరు అందరు 40,000 మంది మీరు డాక్టర్గా చూస్తేనే మీకు రిజల్ట్స్. దట్ ఇస్ ద మెయిన్ మెసేజ్. నెక్స్ట్ విల్ ఓపెన్ ఫర్ ద క్వశ్చన్స్ అండ్ ఆన్సర్స్. సార్, ఎనీవన్ ఫ్రమ్ సిటీ లైక్ టు ఆస్క్ క్వశ్చన్స్? హౌ డు వి డూ list of the questions? I think each company want to ask questions. We can unmute. Sir Kalak, Saju Simon, you have questions?
Yes, sir. I'm Saiju from Danieri. Yeah, my question is, once a person has infected with COVID and he takes the treatment, he recovers. So after 14 days, if he doesn't have symptoms, he can join back the factory. As a employer, do we need to take any other precaution or any protocol to be followed before joining back?
I don't think so, sir. Prabhakar Reddy garu, official, can you answer that question?
I mean, whether we need to ask for a retest. From the discussion, I understand not required.
Yes, in CDC. Sir, Prabhakar Reddy garu, official anything? Is he there? This picture. I think CDC in America is only 10 days. You can go back to work andi. ఇండియాలో కూడా ఐ థింక్ సివిల్ వెంకట్రావు గారు చెప్పారు 2 weeks తర్వాత ఈవెన్ టెస్ట్ కూడా అవసరం లేదన్నారు. అఫీషియల్ డాక్యుమెంటేషన్ ఐ థింక్ గవర్నమెంట్ కెన్ ప్రొవైడ్ అండి.
Lokesh, yeah, it's a 2 weeks. At this time, 2 weeks should be quarantine. If once you get infected, after 2 weeks it is not necessary. But again, you should keep wearing the mask continuously. That is the other precautions that we take it regularly should be followed.
Okay, so Prabhakar Reddy garu, official statement. You are unmuted.
Yeah, from AP government also, for mild symptoms, if they are recovered and there is no need for repeat RT-PCR test, after 2 weeks you can take them into the job. If they are mild, moderate to severe cases, if they put any CPAP machine or oxygen or ventilator, they have recovered, they have to take a couple of months rest because they cannot come and join.
Yeah, 21 days for them. Yeah.
Do we need to ask them to get a government doctor's certificate about the recovery, or
there is no need?
No. So, normal cases?
No need. They are not infected to the others, but severe cases when they are recovered, they can't cope up to the work because they will have a breathlessness or weakness. So they may take sufficient rest.
Mr. Simon, there are two issues that we are talking about here. One is the infectivity of the person to the others. That will not be there after 14th day. Okay? Absolutely, there is no infectivity after 14th day. Even the PCR positive, they are not infected. That is the first question. The second thing is the health of the patient. If the health of the patient depend on whether he has the second phase or not. If the patient went through the second phase, which is like more inflammation, then there is a risk to his health because of the cardiac involvement, because of the kidney involvement, other issues, diabetes, etc. So for those patients, I would like to make sure that they're healthy before they start, depending on how severity, how vigorously he is working in the field. Because each company has a different thing. Some has just a desk jobs, some has a physical jobs. So we recommend that they do not have vigorous activity for at least 2 to 3 months. So for those patients, I think you need to get at least a clearance from his doctor that his heart is functioning all right, kidneys are functioning all right, liver is functioning all right. So those are the things. These are the two different issues. Those things are individually you need to look at.
work రానివ్వండి.
If it's a normal case, then after 2 weeks, without any test or any doctor certification, we can allow them to work.
Yes.
If they put on any oxygen mask, oxygen supply and all, then we need to check with the doctor
Yeah.
for his suitability for heavy work.
ఆక్సిజన్ కావాలని రాలేండి, వర్క్ వచ్చి ఏం పని చేస్తారు ఆక్సిజన్ పెట్టుకుని. సో దట్స్ నాట్ ఇష్యూ. ఓకే, ఎనీవన్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఫ్రమ్ Kellogg's? Foxconn?
Yes, Doctor.
Yes, sir. Kellogg's.
Good evening. Good evening. Good morning, Doctor. This is Ari from Kellogg.
Yes.
And I should take this opportunity to thank 3 people, Doctor, at this point of time before getting into my question. Primarily, Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, who put a lot of controls.
Sir,
And
go
madam-
ahead and ask direct questions. We don't have time for other things. Please ask questions directly.
Okay. Thanks, Doctor. Thanks. It was a great insight. My question is, which is the dangerous symptom we should consider immediately getting into the hospital, Doctor? That was my first question. And the second question is, initially, there are patients who got tested as a typhoid, mild typhoid or mild to moderate. And over a period of time, it became an CV19 compliance. Is there a precaution where we have to take care, or which is the symptom we should consider as the most important symptom? Immediately go to the hospital.
Suresh, Prabhakar garu, Chandrasekhar garu.
The first, let me ask the second question, which is you're talking about typhoid. And to do the Vidal test is not necessary in these patients. If you do the Vidal test, there are a lot of false positives there, especially the COVID. So most of the patients, when they have symptoms of COVID, you do not need to do the typhoid. And the second one is, unless they have a very strong suspicion of the typhoid in the region, or you're having symptoms like diarrhea, etc., or jaundice, etc., those you can do it. But otherwise, it's not necessary. Absolutely not necessary. The second question is, what is the most severe symptoms? It is not the most severe symptom. It is mainly the initial symptom that we notice, whether they are getting the cytokine storm or not, or is the dyspnea, shortness of breath. Okay, people also may not have shortness of breath. That's why they have to check the pulse ox. Pulse oximeter is very important. If you get infected, you check the pulse oximeter every day for the next 3 weeks. If the pulse ox drops less than 95, or if it drops 5 points from the baseline, that is immediate treatment is necessary. They need to be seeking immediately attention of the physician.
So తెలుగులో symptoms అంటే pulse ox అండి. pulse ox 94 తగ్గిందంటే యమగండమే. That's simple as that. మేలు ఇంకా 60 ఏళ్ళు అయితే ఇంకా ఎక్కువ అన్నమాట. Sir, next question. Any questions, sir, from Kellogg? Directly question, and with respect, please go only question. We have time constraint. I have to cut a lot of speakers' time.
Hello. Yeah, good evening. I'm the specialty employee.
Go ahead, sir.
So, recent article I have read, see, through air also it's spreading. So, is it correct? So, how much time it alive in the air?
Okay.
Hello.
Can you repeat the question? And I did not understand.
Virus, how long it will be there in the air?
Air, right.
Yeah, they're expecting around 4 hours. Most of the virus is probably dead after the 4 hours. So when you say in the air, that's mainly when you're coughing or when you are sneezing or when you're talking. Those are all each one is a different thing. So when you cough, how long it is staying in the air, that means it may not be that long in the air. It usually falls on the floor. But in the system, if you're in the room, especially a confined area where there are many people, usually it lasts about 3 to 4 hours. But again, you cannot depend on that, because if the people are there continuously, the people that are breathing or coughing, that is continuously spreading. So it doesn't make much difference how long it is going to stay in the air or not for the individual patients or individual area where you are working.
So bottom line ఏంటంటే ఎయిర్ లో ఉన్నా లేకపోయినా మనకు అనవసరం అండి. ఇద్దరు మాస్క్ పెట్టుకుని both people wear mask. The symptoms are asymptomatic. The Tyson Food Factory 13% positive, 95% are asymptomatic. దట్స్ గ్రేట్. దట్స్ వాట్ వీ నీడ్. ఎయిర్లో ఎంత ఉన్నా లేకపోయినా మనకు అనవసరం. మనం వేసుకు మాస్క్ ఇంట్లో పెట్టుకోండి, వర్క్ దగ్గర పెట్టుకోండి, సిమ్టమ్స్ తక్కువ ఉంటే డిసీజ్ తక్కువ వస్తుంది. నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ సార్.
Yeah,
Any other
to add that, Lokesh, I think most of the spread coming in the families, okay, from the family member. So your son goes to the school, gets something, came back to the house. That is what this is what is happening in the spread in the families are the most dangerous.
Unmute change, sir. And go and ask. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Sir, good evening to all delegates, sir. So my query is that so primary contacts positive case ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి క్వారంటైన్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత వాళ్ళకి టెస్ట్ రిక్వైర్డ్ అవసరం లేదా, లేదంటే డైరెక్ట్ గా వర్క్ లో ఎంగేజ్ చేయొచ్చా?
సో ప్రైమరీ కాంటాక్ట్ టెస్టింగ్ అండి.
Primary and secondary contact both of them.
Contact.
Especially more the primary contact person, sir.
I missed the middle part of it. I couldn't hear any. Can you?
ఫస్ట్ ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఒక ఎంప్లాయీకి వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, చుట్టుపక్కల నలుగురికి టెక్స్ట్ చేయాలా లేదా ప్రైమరీ కాంటాక్ట్, అండ్ సెకండరీ కాంటాక్ట్ ఫ్యామిలీ కాంటాక్ట్ చేయాలా లేదా అని టెస్టింగ్.
Yeah, I mean here what we are recommending is the primary contacts. Even if you do the test, there is about 40% to 60% false negatives. So if they have a close primary contact and those without any masks or anything, they need to be put in isolated for 2 weeks. Unfortunately, that is the only way that you can prevent the spread of the disease.
సో టెస్టింగ్ కంటే కూడా ప్రైమరీ కాంటాక్ట్ 2 weeks ఇంట్లో పెడతారండి. మాకు ఫోన్ కాల్ వచ్చింది, మా ఆఫీస్ ఎంప్లాయీ వాళ్ళ హస్బెండ్కి పాజిటివ్ అయితే వాళ్ళు ఇంట్లోనే ఉండాలి. వాళ్ళకైతే 21 days అంట. ఎందుకంటే ఈ 10 days ప్రైమరీ కాంటాక్ట్, సెకండ్ కాంటాక్ట్ అది 21 days అండి. సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు పే మనీ టు ద
secondary primary contact కూడా 14 days or 21 days we need to isolate, sir.
అంటే దిస్ అమెరికా గురించి మరి ప్రభాకర్ రెడ్డి గారు హ్యాస్ టు గివ్ ద అఫీషియల్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అండి. దట్ ఈస్ బెటర్ టు సేవ్ టైం వైస్.
మనం ఏపీ గవర్నమెంట్ లో మనకు ఎవరైనా ఆర్టీపీసీఆర్ పాజిటివ్ వస్తే వాళ్ళకు వెంటనే మెసేజ్ వస్తుంది, వాళ్ళకి సెకండరీ కాంటాక్ట్స్ కు ప్రైమరీ కాంటాక్ట్స్ కు అందరికి. ఆ మెసేజ్ వచ్చిన వాళ్ళకు మనం వెంటనే టెస్టింగ్ చేస్తున్నాము. టెస్టింగ్ చేసి పాజిటివ్ వస్తే క్వారంటైన్ పంపిస్తున్నాము. టెస్టింగ్ లో నెగిటివ్ వస్తే వాళ్ళకు ఇంకా ఏం లేదు.
అట్లా
ఇంకోటి
గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, టెస్టింగ్ మొదట్లో నెగిటివ్ వచ్చినా ఈ కాషియస్ 5 days సిమ్టమ్స్ వస్తే మళ్ళీ చేయించుకోండి, అది మర్చిపోకండి. యా, గో అహెడ్ అండి.
So primary contact within 5 days we need to test, sir.
Yeah,
primary contact members.
After the 5 days, it is least likely you are going to be positive. So if you test it within 5 days.
Any other? Did you answer, Babu?
Primary contact members ki within 5 days test cheyala ledante within the day test chesukovachu, sir.
Oh, day test e maku negative vachindi. 5 days. 5 days, Babu.
5 days.
Okay. Next, go to the any other companies, sir, because Foxconn. Anyone? Okay. So Suresh, is anyone?
This is Rajagopal from Foxconn on behalf of our HR team. We have a standard operating procedure in this COVID, and we are well enlightened on this subject. Thank you for highlighting and sharing such a kind of knowledge. Thank you, sir. That's what we wanted to just say.
Oh, okay. Thank you so
much.
much.
Nothing to query.
Excellent. Thanks, sir. So I have Santosh, Vinod Rajan. Anyone can ask any questions? Kennedy, Shash Kumar, Suresh Kumar. Yes, question answer. Can you unmute me? MS, yes. MS, sir, your screen name MS. Go ahead and unmute and go ahead and ask question.
Yeah, hi. Good evening. This is Senthil. I from Alstom. See, there is a medicine which was suggested by one of our, in fact, a group of our employees called arsenic album. Is it advisable for a company to give this medicine as a preventive measure to all the employees to increase immunity?
Arsenic is dangerous, and we don't recommend to anybody to get the arsenic containing medications. So otherwise, I do not know about this drug specifically. Chandrasekhar Garu, do you have any idea?
It's a homeopathic remedy, so we are
This
not.
is a homeopathic medicine.
Yes.
Yeah,
This
arsenic.
is a homeopathic medicine. The Department of Ayush has recommended early for taking as a preventive measure in India.
Mr. I think I'm not sure who it is. MS. Until now, there is not even a single drug was preventive. Okay. So don't get into false opinion that there's something that you're taking so that you will not get the disease. So unfortunately, we have not found a single drug that can prevent the disease to get, including the hydroxychloroquine, ivermectin, all the other colchicine. All these drugs were failed to show any preventive measures. Only preventive measures that we know is effective and working is wearing the mask, everybody in the room, everybody that you come across, and then washing the hands, keeping the distance. These are the only three things, good old procedures that have been practicing for the last 100 years are the only one that helps you to prevent the disease.
Next question, City Private Limited. Sir, can you ask questions? You are unmuted. And please put in the chat box if you want to be unmuted, sir.
Namaste, sir. We are from CCT, sir. Our two questions, sir. One is COVID-19 virus stays in body for 90 days after they are treated. Is it true, sir? The second question is majorly when we interact so many workers or employee workforce, we came to know that Ayurvedic Siddha immunity boosters are being used by them. Will it be effective or will it have any side effects? So please clarify. Thank you.
In Indian newspapers, yesterday news has came that COVID stays in a body for 90 days. If you see inside the news, if you read it, that will be discussing about the immunocompromised patients.
Yeah.
Not for all. So they will put attractive headings. So it won't stay in the body for 90 days. After 10 days, virus will not stay in your body. Only the RNA particles may shed for 20 days or 30 days, but you are not infective. So for all practical points, after 2 weeks, you are not at all infective. That press statement heading is most confusing and derogative.
Prabhakar Reddy garu, can you answer the Ayurvedic homeo also?
This homeo Ayurvedic cannot prevent this COVID and so believing on that you take more kashayams, so many remedies, allam, pasupu, chintapandu, dhaniyalu, everything they are taking and they are getting gastritis. And next day they will present with a severe gastritis or stomach pain, and they have to take one Pantap tablet. That's only we can tell, because you take more masala, more chicken, more proteins, more eggs, your digestive system will be disturbed and you will get motions and you will be unnecessarily feared with that. So don't trap on all this homeo and Ayurveda. You take regular diet. That only nobody in the earth will prevent the corona.
So official game American doctors from AP government, no homeo, no Ayurvedic to increase immunity. If you have mask. If you have symptoms, treat protocol the medicines, 5 medicines, which Dr. Prabhakar Reddy garu suggested, and Pulsox 92, go to the hospital.
Okay,
Next
Lokesh,
question.
one more thing to add here, Lokesh.
Anticoagulant.
Everyone think about the immunity boosters. Remember, this is nothing to do with low immunity or anything. In fact, many patients that we have low immunity or absent immunity, they are really protected from this disease. Not the disease, protected from developing the cytokine storm. So what we are trying is the body is immunity is too much, so it is reacting against the virus. So that is what is killing the body. So don't worry about the immune boosters or immunity. Best thing is take regular food, rest, and those are the precautions. Precautions is the preventive precautions.
సో సురేష్ గారు చెప్పేది లో ఇమ్యూనిటీ బెటర్, హై ఇమ్యూనిటీ అంటే లో మరీ లో కాదు. దీస్ వోంట్ హెల్ప్. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ ఎనీ అదర్ క్వశ్చన్స్ సార్ సిటీ?
Right, there is one I'm seeing location in the chat box. So they are asking about the plasma donation. Is it necessary for the industry to some proactive steps to identify plasma donor? Plasma or convalescent plasma has proven no use, absolutely no use. So there is no reason to give the convalescent plasma to the patients. So that is out of question right now.
Next question, Santosh sir from Tata Smart Foods. Santosh sir, please ask your question, sir.
Hi, myself Guru.
Yeah, Santosh sir, I can audible. You can
Due to weather change, many of them having throat pain and seasonal fevers. For this scenario, how can we identify whether normal or COVID?
ఇప్పుడు మనకు మామూలుగా ఇండియాలో ఇప్పుడంతా వర్షాలు పడుతున్నాయి, మనకు ఈ నైరుతి ఋతుపవనాలు ఎండింగ్ స్టేజ్ లో, అండ్ డిప్రెషన్ కూడా ఉంది. చాలా మందికి తుమ్ములు ఇది వస్తుంటాయి. అది వస్తానే మనకు కోవిడ్ అని భయపడాల్సిన పని లేదు. ఎందుకంటే కోవిడ్ కు అంటే సపరేట్ గా సిమ్టమ్స్ ఏం ఉండవు. మామూలు జ్వరం ఉన్నట్లే అది ఉంటది. మామూలుగా 1-2 తుమ్ములు వస్తానో కొంచెం జ్వరం వస్తానో ఏం భయపడాల్సిన పని లేదు. పారాసిటమాల్ సెట్రిజిన్ వేసుకోండి. మీకు కొంచెం ఆయాసంగా అట్లా రావడము, లేదా మీకు అప్పుడే తెలిసిపోతుంది ఎక్కువ తుమ్ములు కాకుండా ఆయాసము మెయిన్ గా ఇంపార్టెంట్ సిమ్టము. ఫీవర్ కూడా 1 or 2 అట్లా మీకు వచ్చింది అంటే అప్పుడు కోవిడ్ టెస్ట్ చేసుకోండి. అంతేగాని ఏదో 1-2 తుమ్ములు వచ్చినా కానీ కొంచెం చలి పెట్టినా కానీ భయపడద్దండి.
Okay, thank you, sir. There's one question from City. Then I will unmute Ravi Kumar Garu from Gaddam.
Doctor, I wanted to ask one question. Once somebody gets positive and then gets cured, is it possible that they will get the infection again?
It is a possibility, but again, we are not seeing that much of reinfections. There is a possibility. There are few reports that patients do develop second infection, but at this time it is not highly prevalent. It is not highly spreading. So that is the reason we would like everyone, even after getting the infection, to take the same precautions, same preventive precautions.
Ravi Kumar Gaddam.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening to all.
Go ahead, sir. You're audible. Go ahead.
Sir, is it mandatory to have a isolation or quarantine room in a company premises, sir?
No, you send home.
Why do you want to do it in the company? I mean, unless you want to take care of the whole for two weeks. No. If you identify any patient that has COVID, you have to send him home, and you need to make sure that the primary contacts also should be taken care of. There is no reason for having a specific room, the isolation room. It doesn't serve no purpose. It serves no purpose.
Actually, in the AP government, if you get positive, except in 2 districts, Kurnool and East Godavari and West Godavari, we are having our own quarantine. They will come and take to the quarantine. In other districts, home isolation was allowed, especially in the Nellore, home isolation is allowed. If you isolate in your hospital, it is okay, no problem.
Okay. The second question, sir, are we rely on rapid kit test, sir?
40% positive. 50% no. It's already answered. Next question.
Thank you.
Satish Kamath, President of City City Operations. Screen name chepte I will unmute, sir. And anyone, next question, anyone can ask, or you can put in chat box.
There is one in the chat box, Lokesh. There is a Saraswati saying that whether the patients who have autoimmune disease are compromised. Now, autoimmune disease itself has no role, but people that are treated with immune suppressive drugs for autoimmune disease, We thought initially they were worried they had to be taken care of because of the immune deficiency, but that is not true. Most of these patients, autoimmunity that are treated with immune suppressive drugs are not any increased risk of developing this disease. They have the same like any other population. So they still have to take all the precautions that any normal human being takes.
Excellent.
Satish Kamat, he wanted a question.
Satish, sir, you have a question from CCT?
Now I think the questions are over. I have the good response.
Do you want to make any comments, sir, from the any other questions? Okay. Next one. Anyone else have other questions?
I think there's one question that I'm seeing in that chart is about the IgG, IgA, and IgM. All these antibodies, we don't know at this time where to fit because there is a lot of false positives, a lot of false negatives. So we don't recommend on a routine test of IgG, IgM, and IgA antibodies. If your government requires anything to do, that's okay, but that's usually useful for surveillance. That's useful for how the population is affected. So that's not for an individual patient to treat and not to treat.
And also it is burden to the company because if you doing tests, so everybody will come and do IgG, IgM and set test. Each time 1,500 rupees will be a problem, and most of times it is unlikely you will get antibodies if you are not infected. So don't go for this IgG, IgM test. We government are doing random tests and zero surveillance. Don't waste money on that. Instead of that, you purchase the medicines and keep stock for 50 patients, that 300 rupees medicines, paracetamol and the everything. And if anybody is suspected, you give free to them. That will be better.
So we have 12 minutes to conclude the meeting. Please, another question. Can you please throw some light on the risk of deep vein thrombosis to COVID-19? Yes, this is very important. Deep vein thrombosis. Suresh, can you answer that, or anyone?
It's not only the deep vein thrombosis. It's we are seeing the arterial thrombosis. We are seeing the microvascular thrombosis. So thrombosis is the main feature for the COVID because these people develop inflammation of the vessels, inflammation of the small vessels. So any patient that developed the COVID secondary phase, that the inflammatory phase, should be treated with anticoagulation. That is a must. Without the anticoagulation, without the steroids, there is no protocol that should be used. I think I will let Chandrasekhar Garu deal with it because he's the primary care physician. He's dealing with a lot of these patients.
So these patients are known to have blood clots in the legs and in small blood vessels and in the arteries. So they can get so heart attacks, angina, chest pain, and also mini strokes and strokes kind of situation. They can also form the blood clots in the circulation of the abdominal, in the abdomen to the intestines. So to prevent that, we usually recommend whoever comes into the hospital, they go on anticoagulation. If the numbers are, if they're not very critically ill, they go on what we call prophylactic anticoagulation. And if they are critically ill, they go on the full dose anticoagulation. And this anticoagulation has to be continued at least for 45 days after they go out of the hospital. If they're at home, we recommend at least 6 weeks of anticoagulation or antiplatelet therapy like aspirin.
Excellent. This question came from anticoagulation గురించి గోపాల్ ఇసూజు మోటార్స్ వాళ్ళు అడిగారని క్వశ్చన్. మీరు ఆ పేషెంట్స్ కొంతమంది తెలుగులో పడిపోవటం చూస్తారు, హార్ట్ అటాక్ వచ్చి పడిపోవటం, లేకపోతే స్ట్రోక్ వచ్చి పడిపోవటం, లేకపోతే లంగ్ క్లాట్ వచ్చి పడిపోవటం. దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ క్లాట్స్ అండి. సో అది మస్ట్ అనమాట. Is next question from Saraswati. Do you want to ask question, or sir, could you explain about post-COVID complication, fibrocystic changes in breast and some gynecological after COVID? I don't think we see the fibrocystic in the fibrosis of lungs చూస్తారండి, but fibrosis of other I don't think so. Anyone else want to comment?
Yeah, potentially you can see in any organ location. This can be because inflammation, wherever there is inflammation, when inflammation is treated, you may develop the fibrosis. So, but what it is not, we don't call it a fibrocystic disease, or we don't have any name at this time. It is just a healing process. Just whenever there is an inflammation, that is healing with the fibrosis, it replaces the normal tissue. So that's not going to be normal tissue. There is some organ damage is going to be there. We are only learning now because the lungs are the most frequently affected. The next one is the heart. That's why we are seeing these symptoms. It's only 8 months disease. So we know this from more and more. This is another 6 months or 1 year down the road.
The traditional fibrocystic disease of the breast or ovaries, that is entirely different. That is a genetic, and that is not concerned with the COVID.
Question Naveen from Isuzu Motors అడిగారు, ఎంతమందికి less symptoms ఉంటున్నాయి, asymptomatic, అంటే no symptoms but they have positive. Why? That may be one of the, we don't know exactly why. One of the reason is maybe they have low virus load అని అనుకుంటున్నాము, but we don't know exact cause.
What happens in most of the disease, just like any other viral disease, like a cough, cold, and other common cold, these are all viral diseases. When you have viral disease, our system we have innate immunity. That's the system itself, the immune system itself, try to defend it right away. So when there is a small virus, few viruses that you are exposed to, so this innate system will take care of it and clear it up. That's why many of us, we do not have symptoms. And even the cold and cough as influenza, they won't spread that rapid. Unfortunately, this virus spreading too rapidly. That's the reason we're getting 20% of the people. That will become a large number. So otherwise, it is nothing different than any other influenza virus. But the only problem with this virus is it spreads too rapid than any other virus.
ఒక క్వశ్చన్ అడగలేదు, మనకి మీరంతా యంగ్ ఎంప్లాయీస్ ఉంటారు, ప్రెగ్నెన్సీ ఉన్నప్పుడు బేబీస్కి వస్తుందా అంటే ఆ రిస్క్ చాలా 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 తక్కువ అండి. నిన్న రిపోర్ట్ కూడా వచ్చింది. సో ఇట్స్ వెరీ లో ఫర్ బేబీస్, ఈవెన్ ద ప్రెగ్నెంట్ ఉమెన్కి వచ్చిన.
Couple of precautions that you take, and that in this group, the pregnant woman, whenever you have the baby, make sure that they don't get the virus through the milk, but they can get it from the mother breathing on the baby when they're doing breastfeeding. So, or the handling with the hands. So what you need is to make sure mother take a shower, a complete bath, or wash the hands and wear the mask while feeding the baby. Or you can do the breast pumps. You can take the milk and feed the baby. So it is not shown that it is secreting through the milk at this time.
చిల్డ్రన్ తక్కువ ఉంటుందండి, మీ పిల్లలు ఉంటారు తక్కువ, వాళ్ళకి ఉమెన్కి వేరే డిసీజ్ సివియారిటీ తక్కువ ఉంటుంది. మెయిన్ ఏజ్ ఎక్కువ 60 ఏళ్ళు దాటారంటే వాళ్ళు దే ఆర్ మేజర్ డేంజర్ పేషెంట్. Any other question? And we have 6 minutes.
The question is another one. Somebody said, is it common to develop and end up in pulmonary embolism due to CV-19? If you do not take the anticoagulation, that is one of the reasons patients are having sudden death. Even after their acute symptoms improve, even after their respiratory problems, everything, they get home, they have a sudden death. That usually happens if they are not treated with anticoagulation, full anticoagulation. That is the reason is pulmonary embolism, one of the causes.
Santosh, go ahead and ask question, or anyone. Santosh, you want to ask question?
Sir, one question.
Ramesh.
Sir.
Go ahead. You're audible.
We are from Sri City. Sir, how can we recognize or identify the symptoms below 10 years kids?
సిమ్టమ్స్ ఆర్ సేమ్ అండి ఇన్ కేస్ వచ్చినప్పుడు, బట్ ఈ పిల్లల్లో చాలా మంది సిమ్టమ్స్ ఉండవు, సిమిలర్ సిమ్టమ్స్. ఎనీవన్ ఎల్స్ అంటే
మెడిస్కేప్ అని యూకే నుంచి లేటెస్ట్ గా ఒక రిపోర్ట్ వచ్చింది. ఆ సర్వేలో 12 ఏళ్ల లోపల ఉండే వాళ్ళకు ఇన్ఫెక్టివిటీ చాలా తక్కువ, వాళ్ళలో సిమ్టమ్స్ కూడా చాలా తక్కువ, సీరియస్ అయ్యే అవకాశం చాలా తక్కువ. కర్నూలులో ఒక స్టడీ చేశామండి. 1500 మంది పేషెంట్స్ ఇంతవరకు హాస్పిటల్కి రావడం జరిగింది. వాళ్ళలో కేవలము 100 మందే హాస్పిటల్లో అడ్మిట్ కావాల్సి వచ్చింది. దాంట్లో 2 పేషెంట్లే సీరియస్ అయ్యారు. కాబట్టి పిల్లలలో ఈ కోవిడ్ యొక్క బాధ చాలా తక్కువగా ఉంటది, కాబట్టి ఎక్కువ వర్రీ కావాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు.
Prabhakar garu, one correction, sir. infectivity is there, but they do not get the serious commonly. But there are some small percentage. Don't take it like that. Okay, if your child got the sick, and then they will not get the symptoms, but they do some small number. But the number is small. So when you get infected, you have to be carefully watching them. Couple of things that I want you to watch about the carefully is mainly is a cough, cold, and also the fevers. This happens in the children also. The second phase is usually uncommon in these children. Other things that we are seeing in the children is getting into the rashes, skin rashes, hives, and also the fingers and the toes become red, pink, and white. This is a pretty common in the children. That may be because they have the small vessels and they may be having more inflammation in these vessels. We do not know at this time. But the serious complications are not that common.
So we have few minutes. Santosh, we have two more questions. Santosh, can you go ahead and unmute and ask questions?
Lokesh, before Santosh asking, there is one question they're asking is important thing. My neighbor experienced a positive report in one day and got negative result the next day. What could be the reason? So this is the main problem. The first day, when your patient is exposed to the virus or when he has a virus, first day the positive results are 85%. Second day it goes to 70%. Third day it is going to 60% of the people positive. So by third day there is a 40% of the people get negative. So just doing the test is not assure you that he's not having any problem. If he's a positive one day, it's a positive. You don't need to repeat the test again.
The next question is Pavitra from Kellogg's. I unmuted Kellogg. Or Pavitra, can you ask the question? Go ahead, ma'am.
Question to Prabhakar, sir.
Yeah.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, Amma. You're audible. Go ahead, ask question.
Sir, whatever you listed the treatment for COVID-19, in that steroids also listed, no?
Yes.
So that is advisable for everyone. Means whoever risk factors, vulnerable cases. So that is.
Yes. You need more dose than actually very sick we have to give more steroid dose. And everybody's Dr. Prabhakar Reddy garu. I'll let him answer. Sir, I will unmute you, sir. Go ahead. Unmute, sir. Prabhakar Reddy garu. Yes.
Amma అదే అన్ని పేషెంట్స్ కు వేసుకోవచ్చు ఎక్సెప్ట్ చిల్డ్రన్. కాకపోతే ఆ డోసు చాలా మినిమం డోస్ ఉంది, 20 mg బీడీ ఉంది. వాళ్ళు ఒకవేళ ఎక్కువ సిమ్టమ్స్ ఉండి ఎక్కువ బ్రెత్లెస్నెస్ ఉంటే ఇంకా 40 mg టిఐడి కూడా వేసుకోవాల్సి వస్తుంది. ఒకవేళ మనకు ఇంకా సీరియస్ గా ఉండే ఆక్సిజన్ సాచురేషన్ దగ్గర హాస్పిటల్కి వెళ్తే 500 mg బీడీ ఇస్తారు. కాబట్టి ఇది చాలా తక్కువ డోసు. ఇది సైటోకైన్ స్టార్మ్ రాకోకుండా మనం ముందుగానే ప్రివెంటివ్ గా తీసుకుంటున్నాం కాబట్టి చాలా తక్కువ డోస్ లో ఉంది. ఇది హైపర్ టెన్షన్ ఉన్నా డయాబెటీస్ ఉన్నా ఎవరు అయినా కానీ వేసుకోవచ్చు. 10 days లో ఏం పెద్ద మార్పులు మనకేం సైడ్ ఎఫెక్ట్స్ రావు. చాలా మంది 90% హాస్పిటల్ పోకోకుండానే బాగవుతుంది. కొంచెం సిమ్టమ్స్ ఏమైనా ఎక్కువ ఉంటే డోస్ డబుల్ చేయండి.
ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మా బ్రదర్లా 60-70 years వాళ్ళకి మొదటి రోజు నుంచి 80 milligrams పెట్టారమ్మా. సో డబుల్ ద డోస్ పెద్దవాళ్ళకి మగవాళ్ళకి అయితే డయాబెటీస్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి ఎక్కువ కావాలి, డాక్టర్ సూపర్విజన్ జరగాలి. నెక్స్ట్ దేర్ ఐ థింక్ థ్యాంక్ యూ అమ్మా. ప్రకాష్
Tata Smart Foods.
Tata Smart. Santosh sir, I think you're unmute. Yeah. Let's hold after that question and then we can close out.
Question about the difference between flu and COVID-19.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, Santosh. Ask, then we'll ask Chandrasekhar. Go ahead, sir.
Sir, my B shift timing starts at 2 p.m. While entering, we used to thermal check for all workers. Due to hot in weather, maximum are with more temperature. By the time we are literally confused whether person can allowed inside or not.
I did not understand the question.
Question ఏంటి తెలుగులో అని చెప్పి ఇంగ్లీష్ అని పర్లేదు, ఇంకొకసారి చెప్పమ్మా.
సార్ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ టైంలో టెంపరేచర్ అనేది హీట్ అనేది బయట ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది.
ఓకే.
అప్పుడు థర్మల్ చెక్ చేస్తాం కదా కంపెనీ ఇన్సైడ్ అయినప్పుడు, అప్పుడు వెదర్ వాళ్ళకి బాడీ టెంపరేచర్ ఎక్కువ చూపిస్తుంది. వాళ్ళని అలో చేయాలా వద్దా?
You can probably keep him inside, maybe aside of 15 minutes and see. Usually 10-15 minutes is more than enough to get the normal body temperature. So you can probably ask him to wait on the side for about 15-20 minutes, and then you can recheck it.
And also, temperature is not really pick up everybody. Only 20%, 80% of them are symptoms. Temperature they follow, but
that's one of the reasons.
బాడీ టెంపరేచర్ మామూలుగానే మెయింటైన్ అవుతుందమ్మా. బయట టెంపరేచర్ ఉంటే మనకి ఎక్కువ టెంపరేచర్ ఏమి వేడిగా పొగలేం పోము. యూజువల్ గా బాడీ టెంపరేచర్ మన బాడీలో ఒక సిస్టమ్ ఉంటుంది, హైపోథాలమస్ అని, అది టెంపరేచర్ మెయింటైన్ చేస్తుంటది మనకు.
Prabhakar garu, I agree with you, but when they come direct sunlight, it usually can have a little, but it takes about 5-10 minutes
1
to get
degree,
normal.
but is not much variation will be there.
అంటే ఇక్కడ పాపం కంపెనీ కదా, సో దే హావ్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ రియల్ ఫ్యాక్ట్. సో ఐ థింక్ we're done 1.5 hours. Sir, sir, you want to give thank you?
I think
Chandrasekhar sir.
No, this somebody Sir City Santish Kamath.
Hi. On behalf of Sri City and all the companies and representatives of the units in Sri City, it gives me great pleasure to thank the government of Andhra Pradesh, represented by Srimati Uday Lakshmi IAS, B.V. Ramana Kumar Garu, and Dr. Prabhakar Reddy. And also, I would want to profusely thank all the doctors who joined from US, namely Dr. Lokesh, Dr. Suresh, and the doctors who joined from other parts of India, who spent so much time and give very, very practical and very easy to understand guidance to everybody in Sri City. Almost 60,000 people are coming to Sri City, and 120 companies are active here. So obviously they are very, very particular about making sure that we are not responsible for spread of coronavirus in the state. And our record has been very, very good as compared to the neighboring area, because we are very, very seriously following all the advice that is given by the state, as well as within the companies, making sure that masks and personal hygiene and all the conditions are met. So I would again thank Dr. Lokesh Garu and Dr. Suresh Garu to spend so much time being on this call, and all the other doctors from the Indian side and representatives of the Andhra Pradesh government, arrange for such a very informative and useful interaction with units and representatives in Sri City. Thank you all.
Thank you so much for Satish Garu. Any closing statement, any speakers? So please unmute and go ahead. Anyone? Madam, you want to say anything? Closing statement. Madam Udilakshmi, madam, you want to say anything? Or Raman Kumar sir? Okay. So then
Raman Kumar sir.
Kumar sir, go ahead.
Thank you, Doctor. So much team has really enlightened the people. Thank you all, Doctor. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Raman Kumar sir.
I thank all the participants also.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Raman Kumar sir.
Thank you very much, doctors from US, for organizing and for giving more information about Corona to the company employees. And we can open up to the, we can give perhaps the Caring Hearts number.
Yes, is there.
To them, so that if they have any doubts or any further, suppose if anybody has any Corona, their relations or anybody, then they can contact the Caring Hearts. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Venkatrao Garu, you want to say anything closing?
There is a question. in the pre-recruitment, they conduct health checkups. Now they have a set of investigation tests. It is not a bad idea till the COVID is out of country to include either rapid screening test or RT-PCR as one of the screening tests for the recruitment process. And you don't have to disqualify. You make it as a temporary disqualification. Let him come after a span of 14 days. He can be recruited. This will be a good suggestion for the companies to follow.
Next, anyone? Chandrasekhar Garu.
Thank you for this opportunity to bring more awareness to the community. Thank you.
Prabhakar Reddy Garu.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you for giving the
Suresh Garu.
Thank you very much for everybody for listening patiently for the last 1.5 hours. One thing I want to really insist is make sure that everybody wear a mask, wash your hands, keep the distance. No matter what it is, whether it is your own mother and father, or own friends or close friends, and be safe.
నా మెసేజ్ ఏంటంటే ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ కోవిడ్ మేక్ షూర్ స్టెరాయిడ్స్ తీసుకోవాలి, అదే సేవింగ్, యాంటీకోయాగులెంట్స్ ఆ రెండు డాక్టర్ని అడగండి. ఆ రెండు మాత్రం day 1 నుంచి కూడా అవసరం అనుకుంటాను. దట్స్ వాట్ మై మెసేజ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ అండి. విల్ క్లోజ్ ద మీటింగ్.
ఓకే, నమస్తే.